Happy holidays. Sending you and your family much love and light on this incredible time on the planet that we are here, right? I know so many people are so obsessed with the division and the fear and the hate and all that mess. But you know what? There's also a whole ton of us out there just sharing the love and the light that really is available everywhere we look. And I was in a deep meditation the other day and I got this big inspiration. And I want to share it with you because it has inspired me to start like a whole new program. I'm just going to call it something that I just really want to share. So, when I was a teenager, I remember somebody asking me, Renee, what is it that you really want? What do you want to do? What do you want in your life? And I remember thinking, gosh, I just want to be happy. Like, I just want to be happy. And there was this little voice in the back of my head going, so be happy. And I thought, be happy? Like, I don't even have a concept of what is that? Is be happy a feeling? How do you even get to be happy? It was so foreign to me. But I'll tell you what it did. It really set me on one of my life's paths. And it sent me into this whole study. And I have studied with so many different wisdom teachers of all walks, right? I mean, some were Buddhism and Taoism and just American wisdom teachers and teachers from Ayurveda. And I have accumulated a whole lot of knowledge, right? Thoughts, ideas, truth. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But you know what, you guys? It was all head stuff. It's like I understand it from my mind, but I thought I was living it, but I so wasn't. And that became abundantly clear to me a few years ago when both of my elderly parents got very ill and I had to take care of them. And there was a lot of trauma around this whole time. And they both did pass. But in that taking care of them and having them pass, what happened was it broke me open. There was a lot of things in my early childhood that I had suppressed. And if somebody would have said to me, wow, did you have trauma? Like I was so shut down to what I was really feeling and how all that early childhood stuff hit me. Wow, it broke me open. And I recognized, oh my goodness, like I had a lot of trauma. We all do. You can't be on this planet without trauma. And what is trauma exactly? Well, you know what? Trauma is simply experiences that happen to you that you have never been able to process. And you know what? Process happens through the body. And when you don't process it through the body, it gets stuck in the body until something happens that triggers you. And I recognized, wow, I have a lot of triggers. I had a lot of anger and just a lot of stuff that was stuck in my body that I never really examined and processed through. And I'm not saying I have already. No, no, no. It's a journey. It's not a one and done for sure. So that being said, bring us up to now. And in our social media, especially like Facebook or Instagram or yes, YouTube, I guess all of it, those algorithms are programmed to show us what it finds that we tend to click on and want to see. So I know, at least in my algorithm, all I get, other than sponsored ads to buy stuff, is a lot of these inspirational memes, right? And oh, little truth sayings. And I watch people, I see these inspirations and I see how many people are like clicking the little heart. Yes, 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 myself included. But do we ever really stop and feel into what is this wisdom really telling us? And how can we pause? feel into it, breathe into it, and then use that wisdom in our day to truly help us create a life with much more joy, happiness, transformation, freedom. Isn't that really what all of us are looking for? But do we take the time to really examine it? And so I was in this deep meditation. Thank you, Joe Dispenza. And I got this inspiration that maybe it would be such a cool idea to just take some of these different wisdom teachers, some that you've already heard about, maybe some that you haven't, and just pick different wisdom quotes that have really touched me, read them, kind of feel into them, and maybe share a way to do it in your day, and then invite other people to kind of do the same thing, maybe experience, and then share in what maybe will create this cool community of how you might use those. And from there, my little mind and my heart have been coming up with a way to do this. And so I'm going to be starting tomorrow to share what I'm calling the joyful wisdom pause. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have just one of my wisdom teachers. I'm going to share one of their quotes each day for that week. And then on Saturday, I'm going to kind of do a deeper dive. So I'm going to do these little shorts so we can just do a pause. Love to have you share your thoughts about it and how you might incorporate it in your day. And then on Saturday, maybe do a bit of a deeper dive, not just the shorts. If you are somebody that would love to come on with me, I'll invite you as a guest. This is going to be a community builder, not just a Renee out there yapping about it. Okay, that's at least my inspiration. You know, where I have found some of these inspirational quotes to be so meaningful, I'm just going to share the first one, the one that really caught me. It was many, many years ago, and I know most of you probably have heard of Eckhart Tolle and the power of now, right now. And I will never forget where I was. I was in the car, and this was so many years ago. We had the little cassette tape, right? So I was playing my little cassette tape, and I got right to a stop sign. And I heard, paraphrasing Eckhart, basically saying, we all tend to be either ruminating about our past or prophesizing our future. We are never right here in the moment. And our life is lived right here in the moment, to be here now. And in that moment, I recognized, oh my gosh, I am always in my head and I am always thinking about the future. I'm not one to really think too much about the past, but I am always in the future. I'm not here now. And that was one of the very first times that I recognized, wow, there is really transformation in these wisdoms, but only when we stop, we pause, we feel into it, and we come up with, how might I use that to truly create more joy and happiness in my life? So thank you all so much for listening. I really hope that the wisdom, the joyful wisdom pause, that you can get it in your heart, feel into it, and that we're able to really create this community of love and light as we go into 2025, where we are all needed to hold that frequency, that higher frequency of love and light. Sending that all out to you all. And I will hopefully see you on the Joyful Wisdom Pause starting tomorrow. Sending much love.